Hello everybody and welcome to Food Wars, the 5th plate episode 2 anime review. I'm laughing, but, well no, I'm laughing, it's resigned laughter if you haven't heard already. So we're delayed now. After this episode, we don't know when the next episode's going to be, to be frank. They've said that the next 3 weeks, it's definitely not going to be for the next 3 weeks. I would imagine it's probably not going to be the week following. That might be, I have no idea. But it is a shame considering we've just got started, and it's one of many shows that have been affected by it. But enough about that. I've let the news out, so that's that. Let's talk about the actual episode. This episode, I wanna be positive. I think I'm being more negative this season because I've heard it's bad. But that whole first part, I both liked it and I disliked it. The whole, oh, everyone's there, it could be anyone, but at the same time you're like, well no, it could be about 5 people. Of all the people they showed, they're like, there are a few, most of you have not got a chance. And also they didn't show any of the cooking, you know, it was just, everyone made good dishes, but these ones are slightly better, you know, and I did like seeing everyone and their different takes on it, but at the same time, felt like they sort of rushed through it, you know. I would have rather, maybe this needed the whole episode, you know, that section could have done with the whole episode, but at the same time, it got a bit, it somehow was not long enough, and it was too long at the same time, because they didn't make it interesting enough, you know, with the time they had, because they couldn't really, they had to get too much in, and at the same time, yeah, you know. Anyway, I guess we'll get into the episode proper. I'll talk about some specifics from that bit I missed, because I just talked about it, that bit a lot just then, even though I usually do it after the cut. So let's do this properly now. Episode begins with a big old meeting with the Elite 10, and also Erina and Hisako's there as well, because she's an assistant, basically. Only 3 people from Totsuki can get into the blue, except Erina. Erina just gets in. What? I would have liked an explanation. Like, I mean, there probably is an explanation as to why she got in. She didn't say what it was, though. And she was like, yeah, I know it's not fair, but, you know. I was like, yeah, okay, but I want to know what it was. Why'd you get in, you know? Is it just because you're God Tongue? You could have just said that. You could have said, because God Tongue. That would have been fine. But yeah, no, Erina got in separately, as I said. Their plan, I guess, to deal with this, they're going to have some preliminaries, basically involving everybody in the school. Everyone who wants to, I should say. And I talked about a lot of my problems with it in the beginning, but we'll talk a bit more about it in a minute. Meanwhile, in another undisclosed location, Joichiro is against a mysterious person. It's Suzuki, isn't it? I mean, if you look at the opening, what he's wearing, the scarf, the poster, it's Suzuki, which is annoying, because we'll get to that at the end of this section, because, oh boy, I got things to say. Lots of judges, lots of participants in this prelims. We'll go straight to that, though. As I said, everyone's food is good. The ones I've remembered specifically, I think Hisako's calls a magical girl transformation. That was pretty awesome. Literally anyone who was semi-important had a part here, which was kind of cool. But as I said, at the same time, nobody really stood out because of it, because there was just so much. What else happened? Isami made a cool thing. It was like a pizza soup. You bite into it and it turns to liquid in your mouth. That was pretty cool. That was one of the ones I pointed out the most. Soma and Megumi, then they do a pose thing. That was pretty cool. It feels like I'm going really fast through this, but there's really not much of note to talk about for each like individual bit. It was just like, yeah, they made food and the people reacted, you know, which at this point, that's the show, you know. I don't need to say much. They didn't even. I said at the beginning, they don't show them making the food. It's just, and the food's done. Here you go. Which, yeah, with so many of them is necessary. But they were doing this in last season as well, so they've just kind of got rid of the process. Hopefully, for the actual blue tournament, with a bit of luck, they show them making the food, because I have missed it. It's been long enough. Anyway, Soma and not Erina, Megumi do their little co-op pose thing, which is pretty cool. Soma made golden eggs, and they got like different flavors inside. I was like, that sounds really nice. Actually, I could do with some of that. Megumi made a thing. I was looking at it like, maybe you don't deserve to be in the Elite 10. I would quickly be proven wrong, but you know, immediately I was like, I mean, something was fishy, you know. Results coming up. Third place is Soma, and I was like, hang on a minute there, good sir. He's the number one. He should be number one. This isn't how this works. Cheats, I call hacks. But no, he still got in. Number 2 was Takumi. Takumi, I believe, had cheese that turned into hot guys, if I'm remembering right from the earlier bit. Of course, it didn't actually turn into hot guys. That would be ridiculous. It was, you know, the food-gasm thing they do. And then number 1, it was Megumi, and I was really happy about that. I was like, yeah, go on, Megumi. Because she, like, her little egg balls, what are they called? Meatballs? I wrote it down. Mega Miso Soup Meatballs. How many M's can I put in a word, in a title? Yeah, she, like, got different flavors from, like, all over the country, because remember, last season ending, I think they were like, she went all around the country for a bit. I guess she used what she learned there to become the best. She's only the 10th seed. She deserves better now. She beat Soma, technically, and Takumi, and everyone else, you know? She deserves to be the best. I love Megumi. I think she's top. Anyway, it was very close, though. Like, it was like, there was, like no points. Very few points between, like, the top few people. So, yeah, the people representing Totsuki in the blue, Megumi, Takumi, and Soma, which is appropriate, you know? They're, like, the 3 original main characters, you know, and also Erina, of course. Like, with them 4, that feels right. Like, I feel bad for some of the more, you know, they're still important, like, you know, Kurokiba and Alice and Hayama, you know. I think they would have been cool to put in too, but, you know, it feels right with this 4, at least, I'll say that. And then, we'll go back to Joichiro, who got handily defeated by the mysterious assailant, 0-5. Right, okay, so let's just do some flipping math right now. I don't know if it is math. I'm going to call it that. So, Soma has never beaten Joichiro. Joichiro just got swept by mysterious assailant who, it's Suzuki, you know, it looks like him. Same skin tone, the scarf. If it isn't him, I'll flip and eat my hat, but it is, okay? Overpowered much, you know, he come out of nowhere. Like, in my head, the final battle should have been Joichiro and Soma finally wins. That's how you end it, right? That seems like it writes itself. But now you got this Suzuki who just destroys Joichiro. We don't even get to see how bad it was. Like, I'm a bit annoyed, you know? And I know there's a case of, oh, it didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, but it just is dumb. I don't agree with it. You know, you could have had Suzuki still do the bit that comes up later and have him still be good, and then you have Joichiro be the final battle. Like, I think that doesn't even need to be part of the blue. That could be completely separate. You know, after the blue, they finally have their final clash, and that's how you end it. After the blue tournament, where you can have Suzuki at the end. Like, I know it is a. I don't want to be the guy like, I think I could have done that better, but I just don't think it. Maybe the sweeping is what gets me. I know it's like, oh, he's a big old threat, but no, you know, it just don't feel right. He's come out of nowhere. I just don't agree with it. You know, he better have a good reason for, like, oh, I'm so good because I was biologically engineered in a lab to be the greatest chef ever. You know, if that's it, that's a bit kooky, that's a bit insane, but at least it makes sense why he's so good. They're not going to do that. I don't know why I'm even entertaining the thought. He's just going to be like, yeah, I'm alright, I'm a good chef because I practiced. Let's get on to the second half and get more of Suzuki being... I don't like him, you know. I was right to suspect I wouldn't like him when I watched last week's episode, because he's not good. Let's get into the second part, shall we? So later on, Soma and Megumi see Suzuki doing supplementary classes, and they hang out and talk about the team Shokugeki, whatever. Everyone else is preparing, whatever. I'm going quite quick if you can't tell. So there, then Suzuki challenges Soma to a Shokugeki, and then they just decide, hey, okay, we'll do just a regular friendly match. Fair enough. Basically, the whole reason for this is because he has got the hots for Erina, and I was just like, he's got to like beat the number one to prove to Erina that he's the best chef, so that he can be with her. And I'm like, I hope Erina has a word with you about this, because you know, she could be like, hey, I can make my own damn decisions, you know. Erina's cool now. You know, it shouldn't, even if Suzuki were to beat him, sorry, geez, different connotation entirely. You know, it's annoying. But of course, after this, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna marry Erina. And Soma's like, BS are you, my son? You are not gonna marry Erina. They also say they got business with her tongue, which, yeah, it makes it, Soma, you're not helping yourself. But then he's just like, no, Erina's mine. I'm like, okay, Soma, you've gone all in on the, hey, I like Erina too now. I mean, it was gonna happen. Love rival out of nowhere, I guess. But as far as I'm concerned, like, it's Erina like Soma. Soma doesn't need to fight, you know? Like, yes, Suzuki's like, I got it. The only reason it's gonna be a fight between them is Soma's gonna be like, if I can't beat him, I don't deserve to be with you. And I know, like, the romantic subplot is not the main point of the show. I'm aware of that. But final arc, oh man, it's rubbing me all the wrong way, and I'm really trying to enjoy it, you know. And no, that's a lie. I am enjoying it, but it's still like Suzuki is my problem, you know. Whether it be his whole, you know, if I'm the best, then Erina will marry me, and the choice is irrelevant, or the whole, hey, I just flattened Joichiro, you know? Is he going to flatten everyone else as well? Like, is he going to literally go through all the cast members, and then Soma's going to be like, right, rematch, because I assume he's going to lose their upcoming fight, because that's typically how it goes, is Soma loses one, and then he gets his payback later on, which would be in the blue, I imagine. I imagine he would be in the blue, Suzuki. But yeah, also I've neglected the episode a bit. Megumi is going to be the judge for this. Erina overhears them both declare that she's theirs, and then she faints, because of course she does. She's just wandering the halls, and it's like, oh, I wonder what I heard. I heard Soma, I like him, let's go see what he's doing. And then she passes out, of course, because she's like, this is a shock. I didn't know I was getting married, you know? She's not aware of it. And then, yes, Suzuki's hiding something, and Soma's like, hey, if I win, will you tell me what you're hiding? Which is the one thing that makes me think maybe Soma will win, is because, you know, he won't tell him if he loses, unless he just decides, you know what, he's like, you put up an alright fight, I'll tell you anyway. But no, he flattened Joichiro, so Soma can't put up a good fight, because Soma's inferior to Joichiro. See, they've broken the balance, you know, that's the problem with this, him flattening Joichiro, is because when Soma beats him, I'm just going to be like, no, Soma doesn't stand a chance, I don't believe that, you know? It's... maybe I'm being really harsh, and despite my critic, I guess we'll call it, critique, I am actually enjoying this quite a lot, if you couldn't tell. There is the fact that I'm talking I'm really enjoying it, despite the fact that I see a lot of problems in it. So it's not like terrible. In fact, I think it's still alright. He also did a twirly thing. He like twirled his thing for a while. That was cool. Just completely sidetrack it. That makes the episode great. But I mean, I guess I'm hating Suzuki, so I guess it's doing something right, but I think I might be hating him for the wrong reasons. Which is a shame. But hey, if in the blue they just have Suzuki mow down Takumi and Megumi to get to Soma in the fight, I'm gonna be pretty livid if they do that, you know? I'd be pretty annoyed. Also in the ending there's a chainsaw, and I'm like, people use chainsaws in any cooking ever? That's a concern right there. Anyway, I've talked enough, I'm losing my voice. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, subscribe and stuff for more reviews. It would help me out a lot. Sucks we're not getting an episode next week or for the foreseeable future, but when we're back, I will be back reviewing it. It's a crap situation that it's affecting everyone in any media, and you know, anime is no different. It sucks. It's just how it is. Take the time to watch a show you haven't watched yet that came out, I don't know, pick a year, 2007. That was a good year. I don't remember if it was a good year. Anyway, see you next time, whenever that may be, and bye guys.